Well, hello. Welcome to this workshop. I'm really excited. Wherever you're watching, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you're most welcome. And I really appreciate that you've taken this time out to learn about how to start your own thriving therapy, because that's what we're talking about now. So let me share my screen and let's dive in. In the chat, if you're in the chat, let us know where you are from. What the weather is like there. I'd love to know. We're here in the UK. It's 6:30 and it's sort of cloudy. It's been quite a nice day though, so quite hot. So let us know where you're from. Okay, so today we are talking about starting up your own thriving private therapy and coaching business from scratch, because I want you to achieve real career satisfaction, lifestyle freedom, and a higher earning potential. And we're going to try and do this in 60 seconds. That'll be good. 60 minutes. And it might be a little bit longer, but it'd be great to have you in here. And let's get going. So this workshop is for you if you're tired of feeling overworked and underpaid in your current 9-to-5 job, and you're imagining what it's going to be like to be part-time, to have a part-time schedule while earning more than you do now in your current full-time schedule. And I'll show you how I did it and how you can too, giving you that freedom and that financial stability that you crave for. And this workshop is for you if you've tried to start your own private practice but struggled with pricing and attracting clients. I'm going to share with you my mistakes that I've made and discover how you can price your services correctly to attract high-paying clients from around the world. And this will help you build a profitable practice without the guesswork. And this workshop is for you if you have dreamed of a streamlined online practice that runs smoothly and attracts clients even while you sleep. Now, I know that sounds like a tall promise, but with the system that I use, it's allowed me to do that. I can wake up in the morning and think, oh, I've got a client in Canada, so that you can have that thriving practice that fits into your lifestyle and your goals and gives you more time with the people that really matter and with the things that really matter in your life. And we got Lita here in Boston. Welcome, Lita. Nice to see you. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be walking you through my framework of how to start a profitable private practice, even if you don't have a business background or you feel overwhelmed by the idea of marketing yourself. So you're ready to begin? Let's go. So I have got a special bonus for you, just for you, if you stay until the end. Okay. And this special bonus, I have put on some secret words. So I will let you know what the secret words are when you stay until the end, and you'll be able to get the vision board. It's a template that is built in Canva so that you can create a vision board for your business. I've also created another template. Again, it's editable within Canva, which is like a coaching contact or therapist contact sheet. So when you have clients who want to know your details, you can email them this template on how they can get hold of you. And there's also a webinar workbook. So if you have registered and you've gone through my registration link, then you will get this automatically through an email, and you'll be able to write your notes in. If you haven't registered, then I will give you the secret words at the end, and you'll be able to have access to that workbook at the end. Okay, so I really recommend that you turn off all distractions, take down all unnecessary tabs, notifications, put a notice on your window or something saying do not disturb, because for the next 60 to 90 minutes, you're going to get so much information. I want to make sure that you can take that on board, and make sure that you get your notebook and pen ready to take down notes, because I will be asking you questions, things to think about. So how many times have you thought of starting a private practice and you've gone around in circles and then done nothing because you felt overwhelmed or paralyzed by fear of failure or the uncertainty of where to start? How many have you been in that situation? Just type yes in the chat there if that's you, because I totally understand that. And I know, yeah, sometimes like 90,000 times, as Lita says, yeah, so many times you think, yeah, I want to do this. And then you're just paralyzed by that fear. So how often have you felt like that you're stuck in a job that drains you, wishing that you can spend time doing something more fulfilling and aligned with your passions? Because as therapists and coaches, and I'm both now, you want to give the most to your clients. And sometimes you just feel so bogged down with all the paperwork and the bureaucracy. How many of you felt like that? And you're constantly overwhelmed by the thought of starting your own practice, unsure where to even begin, fearing those costly mistakes. And you dream of that financial freedom, that flexibility, and you feel trapped with your steady paycheck, the 9-to-5 job, but you're unable to take that leap towards making your own future, your own business. Making all those decisions, thinking, shall I work on this day or shall I work on that day? And I only want to work 3 days, or whatever your schedule is. You want to fit it around your kids or around the things that you really love to do. But you're frustrated by the endless cycle of wanting to break free and start your own private practice, being held back by doubts about your ability to attract and retain high-paying clients. And what you really want is you want to wake up in the morning excited to work on your own terms, knowing that each client you help actually brings you closer to your financial goals and personal fulfillment. You want to experience the freedom of setting your own schedule, spending more quality time with your loved ones, and pursuing the hobbies and passions that ignite your soul. And you want to feel a sense of pride and accomplishment as you watch your practice grow, attracting high-paying clients who value your expertise and are eager to invest in their own well-being. So let me tell you about my problem. I left my stable job, my 9-to-5, in 2005 when I was working in a school for children with developmental language disorder. And I tried lots of different things. I had training that I would give to therapists and teaching staff. I used to do that on a Saturday. I used to do that online, working with clients as well. So I was thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to be able to do something better than this, because this is just a Saturday job. So I felt lost even after attending business courses. I went to sort of generic business courses that taught me, well, I don't know what they taught me really, to be honest, because I still came away from those business courses feeling really confused, feeling like, well, what do exactly they talk about? Business plans. They talk about maybe getting a business loan. I don't really know what to do. So then I thought, okay, I'll go to a specific business course just for independent speech therapists. And everyone was at different stages. I was just starting out and I was thinking, I don't know what to do. They're miles ahead of me. If I ask them a question, it might be a silly question, or they might not want to tell me that answer because it's sort of privileged information, okay, because they're like my competitors. How can I get over this? Okay, so even though I went to generic ones or specific ones, I still came away lost. And then what happened in 2015 changed my whole thing. So I did actually see clients offline. I used to go to schools and clinics and colleges and people's homes to do assessments. And that was great. Okay, it worked. But then something changed. In 2015, I had my first client online. And he was in Italy. And he was a young man, age 17, who couldn't communicate, didn't have any means of communication, had no alternative and augmentative communication in place. In fact, he had something on his iPad, but he kept deleting that app and didn't want to use it. And then I had to introduce to him a new app, and I had to do it all virtually, online. He was there in Italy. I was here in the UK. I had to create symbol boards for him. He had to pass 5 oral exams in topics like Ungaretti. Oh, I can't remember, even know who Ungaretti is. I think he's a philosopher. And some art history, World War One, and I think also Ernest Hemingway and various other topics. Anyway, 5 presentations, PowerPoint presentations, that he had to do an oral presentation and he couldn't speak. So I had to use symbols because he couldn't read either. And they all had to be color coded. Anyway, the long and the short of that story is that he was able to pass his oral exams, and I was able to train his care staff and the teaching staff in Italy. Did I speak a word of Italian? No. And to this day, still can't speak a word of Italian. But that didn't stop me. The fears were there, but it didn't stop me because I was still able to serve him. And then it made me think, how can I get more clients online? Because I live on a little island. How am I going to be able to actually serve people further afield, not just on my little island here, but all over the UK? And I have now been able to serve people all over the UK, as well as in Dubai, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, and even Nigeria. I mean, that blew my mind. When I started seeing people in Nigeria, I was thinking, fear overtook me, and it was like, a person in Nigeria is not be able to afford my services, but they did. So fear can play a huge part in when you're thinking about starting your private practice. So if you don't know me, I'm Bev to my friends, and it's great to meet you. I'm mum to Ben, Alex and Toby, and wife to Adam, and I've been working as a speech therapist since 1990. I feel really old now. Setting up my own private practice in 2005 offline, and then moving over to practicing solely online in 2015. I've been a therapy consultant for Voxy Kids, which is a Romanian company, advising them on therapy games and resources for their online platform, and they paid me a consultant rate. And I love traveling, Christian art journaling, and running art retreats. In the UK, I've run them, and personal development and spending time with my family. So that's a little bit about me. And creativity and freedom are my top 2 core values. There are lots of core values, but those are my top 2. And I'm so happy that I can share now with other therapists and coaches how they can achieve freedom and creativity in their own private practice. Now, I want to be completely honest with you. I've been a therapist for over 30 years, but I wouldn't say I'm the run-of-the-mill kind of research-based therapist. Okay, you won't find me reading all my journals and all the seminar notes, or being research based, because I'm mainly governed by my intuition. I look at my clients, I look at their needs, and I look deeply at their pains and how I can serve them. And I think that is different to most speech therapists, because there are going to be clients in your business as you grow it who you can't find research on that particular ailment or that particular problem that they're having, because it's so unique to that person. So I'll give you an example where I've recently I've got young adults who are I would say they're coming to their next stage in life. They're finishing college and they're thinking, what's the next thing? How am I going to get this job as a carpenter? Or maybe I want to apply for this carpentry apprenticeship. Or maybe I want to apply for this childcare position. Or I don't know how to ask my friend to meet them at the bus stop, and then we'll go to the cinema. I can't organize all that. Okay, those are the kind of clients that I'm now seeing, young adults. And, what sort of research is out there? But I am able to make a difference in those clients' lives because I know exactly what their pain points are, say interviewing skills. I know exactly how to get them to understand the questions that would be asked of a carpentry apprentice or a childcare worker at an interview. And I'm able to coach them and train them to answer those difficult questions and to shine their expertise. I don't know anything about carpentry, just like I didn't know anything about Ungaretti, but I know how language works, and I know how to explain the understanding of that situation and the pains of that client. So it's really important to be able to understand that. So I want to ask you in the chat now, if you can just say what your core values are. Love to know in the chat, what are your core values? So some it might be freedom, some it might be flexibility. And now I want you to think about your vision. So for your vision, I want you to think about, what is your vision for your online business? Neurodiversity, affirmation, fun, freedom, out of the box. Yeah. Freedom. Yeah. Those are your core values. Brilliant. So what is your vision for your business? Because it's so important to have a vision. What do you want it to look like? Who do you want to work with? So when you get your vision board, and I'll share the link at the end, the special words, I want you to think about, I want you to close your eyes now, and I want you to envisage your ideal client. Who are they? What are their struggles and aspirations? And so how does your online business or your practice uniquely serve them? Okay, someone said that you're a maths coach in the further education sector. So that's your title, but who are your clients? What kind of problems are they having? What are they struggling with? What do they want to be? So, for example, when I told you about my client in Canada, for instance, he was a doctor who was just about to qualify. And his struggle was he had a lisp. And he said to me, I don't want someone to see me or refer to me as the doctor with the lisp. It obviously, was a real pain for him, and it was what he wanted to be sorted out. You know, just qualified as a doctor. He's going to do his pre-reg year or whatever, but he wanted to feel confident in how he speaks to people. That's his aspiration. His struggle was his lisp. So they're struggling to get qualified vocational course because of numeracy and literacy. Yeah, that is much more specific. Sorry. And then I want you to think about what kind of impact do you want to have on your clients and the online space generally. What positive change do you want to be known for? So I know that when I was working with clients who have no communication skills and using ASE, I want to give them a voice. If I'm working with a LISP client, I want to give them that confidence. So what is it? What is a positive? To empowering clients to be effective communicators. Yeah, brilliant. So future proofing. So fast forward 5 years. Describe your online practice business at its peak. What does it look like? What does it look like in terms of offerings, what you're offering? Who are you reaching? How wide are you reaching? Which are the countries that you want to reach? What does that overall success look like? So write that down. And sometimes it is hard to look into the future. I'm not saying we've got a crystal ball, but it's important to have that vision and those goals. So here's what we're going to be covering today. We're going to look at the number one pricing strategy to boost your income. And we're going to look at my top tip for getting clients all over the world. And we're going to look at the secret of getting more flexibility when you shift to online practice. Okay, so Lita's saying that she wants to be based in Portugal, consulting, providing services for international students, consulting, providing services in the criminal justice system. Yeah. Empowering self-awareness and self-advocacy. Brilliant, brilliant goals and aims, you know, huge impact. Okay, so the big lesson that I learned is that it's a pricing strategy to boost your income. Why pricing is crucial for your success as a private practice owner, as a business owner. I think too often we feel like, oh, I can't charge that. You know, I work for the public sector and I'm earning X amount. I can't possibly double that or charge that much. And these are all sort of mindset blocks that we have as therapists and coaches, because it isn't about the price. It's about the value and the impact that you're having on people. So I just want to encourage you with a bit of statistics, a bit of logical brain here, to show you that the segment of therapists and the trend and the growth. Can you see that the market size is growing, you know, steadily? And it's growing, you know, quite a lot, really. It's estimated to be by 2028 to be 16,163 million. Okay, that's year on year, that's a 27.38% increase. So it's huge, isn't it? And look, if you're a speech therapist and you're thinking, oh, I can't possibly set up my own private practice, there's too much competition. Can you see that it is growing? It's not about competition, because you there's only one of you for a start, and you have a unique spin on things. And that's why I wanted to say that at the beginning when I talked about that I'm not a research-based, you won't find my head in a journal, because I work intuitively with my clients and they see results, you know, like that carpentry kid. I saw him in 6 weeks. He was able to go from looking down and not engaging with me to actually looking up and then being able to do this interview with me in 6 weeks. I was able to ask him what he could tell me about carpentry and that his skills that he's got. And that is what it's about. It's about impact, and it's about your unique spin. It's not about competition. And if we look at the health coach market, I know there's loads of different coaches. We've got here a maths coach, there's life coaches, there's all sorts of coaches. And I call myself a business mentor because I want people to set up their business and make it successful. Okay, I do therapy on the side as well. But you can see in the health coach market here, look it up here, it's predicted to be $29.1 billion by 2032. Okay, this is just North America. Just imagine if I got something in for the whole world. Okay, so this is only a slice, and this is only a particular niche. So I never dreamed about success. I worked for it, said Esther Lauder. So I want to have a look at how we can learn about aligning pricing with value, expertise, and knowledge. The mistake I made was to underprice my services and to compete, leading to wasted time and resources, because at the end of the day, I have to cover my bills. Okay, and so we need to figure this all out. I'm going to talk about money here because I know it's something that people don't like talking about, but let's be real. We still have to live. I still have to pay the bills. And if you're renting a room or something, you've got an office space, prices are going up, as we know. But let's have a look at this particular example. It's just an example. I'm not saying that's how much you should earn. It's just an example. So if you were saying that your take-home pay after deductions was 40,000, and I put it in pounds. Apologies if you're in the US, you can just convert it. But then you said, right, I'm going to add my tax and other deductions. So 30% of that is 12,000. And then you add your business expenses per year, what other business expenses you might have, any subscriptions, any tools or things that you've bought, software and stuff like that. You add all that together and you get total expenses per year as 54,400. Okay. Now, what do you do with that? You think to yourself, how many weeks in the year do I want to work? Well, I've put down 38 because there are 38 weeks, academic weeks in the UK. I don't want to work any of the holidays. I want to take time off with my kids. Now, my kids are actually all grown up and 2 of them have left home, but that is what I did. And I needed that flexibility, particularly when my younger son was being homeschooled. I needed to have that sort of flexibility. And then I think, well, how many hours do I want to work? I'd say at the most 15, which is about 2 days, but you could spread it over 3 days if you want. So you times that together. So altogether, that's 570 hours in the year. And then to work your hourly rate out, you would basically divide the 54,400 by 570, and you've got approximately £95 or $120 as the hourly rate. Now that is quite conservative, I think, personally. So add on 10% profit, and it's about £104.98, which is about $130 an hour. Now that's per hour. It doesn't have to be per hour, and I'll tell you why it doesn't have to be per hour, because when I was like, for example, when I was in this doctor in Canada, Quebec, I think it was. Anyway, he was paying £125 per half an hour. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh my goodness, that's a lot. That's $250 an hour. That can't be right. But let me tell you how I came to that figure, because not only was I seeing him live for 30 minutes, I was also seeing him two other times. When I say seeing him, I was giving him homework and I was expecting him to send me videos of him doing that homework twice a week, and I would review those homeworks and send him video feedbacks. I wasn't actually seeing him for those other 2 times. I was just sending him video feedback. But it was, he could send me messages in WhatsApp. It was like having a speech therapist in his pocket. That's how I sold it to him, and he was really, really pleased with that. And I often feel that people who pay more actually pay attention, and so that is why he was sorted out in 6 weeks. He sorted out his lisp because he put in that effort. He did the homework, I gave him the feedback, and he got the results. So the tasks for you is to set specific pricing goals for your practice. And I want you to research your competitors' prices. That is not to say that I want you to copy your competitors' prices, but I want you to identify the opportunities, how you can differentiate yourself from others. And as I said before, you are unique. You put a different spin on things. So when you meet them on a demo call, you can explain that to them, but you need to know what your competitors' prices are and how you differ from them. And the third thing is you need to create a strategy, a pricing strategy based on value, on your competitive analysis as well, but also on your goals. What do you want to achieve? And that's why I said at the beginning of that calculation, I said to you, right, what are your goals? And, you know, I just gave you a rough sort of 40,000, but it could be more than that. So what challenges have you faced in determining your pricing strategy? Okay, if you have any questions, just to let you know that I will answer questions at the end, and my tech wizard is in the background. She will be collecting all the questions and I will answer them at the end. So thank you for your questions. So what challenges have you faced in determining your pricing strategy? Write them in the chat now. Okay. So this is Nafisa. Nafisa's online now. So Nafisa is a highly specialist speech and language therapist and specialist teacher, working part-time for 21 years. And then she set up her private practice, which she was doing Saturdays only, whilst still working at the school. And 4 months ago, she retired and she's working solo now. And she's seeing clients all over the UK and in Germany. Now, I want to say that I wasn't always a high paid speech therapist. You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I came from Uganda as a refugee. These are the Asian Ugandans coming into the UK. And, you know, I was brought up on a council estate. You can see here, this table here, it was actually our dining room table. We would sit on little stools around the table. There are 5 of us. I've got 2 older brothers. So it wasn't easy, you know, and I guess a lot of my money blocks actually came from that kind of background. But now I'm able to see people all around the world. I've created a book. I've been a consultant for Voxy Kids. And I love spending time with family. My business allows me to you know, spend time with my family, go on walks with my husband, see my friends around the country, and, you know, celebrate those special moments. And when my dad was really sick, this is a picture of my dad, he passed away recently, I was able to just go be near the hospital where he was at, work in the mornings, go and see him in the afternoon. He had dysphagia, so I used to go and feed him in the evenings. It gave me that flexibility to do that. And that's what having an online business does for you. So here's some top tips. Know your worth, understand your worth, and don't undervalue your services. And communicate your value. effectively. Really communicate it to your potential clients really effectively. And think about offering packages. Okay, it doesn't have to be hourly rates. You can offer packages, you can offer bundles of services, provide more value, and potentially increase your revenue. Okay, so I want you to write down now in the chat or in your notebook, how do you currently communicate the value of your services to potential clients? If you had them on a call, what would you say to them? Okay, so my second top tip for getting clients all over the world is to showcase how a user-friendly website, booking system, and a targeted advertising can simplify your client acquisition. So the only reason people do business with you is because they trust you. That's what Zig Ziglar said. And they can only trust you if they know you and they understand you and they feel that you understand them. And so often in websites, I see people talking about what they're good at. Okay, it's great to know that you're a specialist or a highly specialist or whatever. Those are great titles and I'm not knocking them. But when a client comes to your website, they want to know, do you understand them and do you speak their language? Because they might not have that BSc and the MSc and the whatever the qualifications you might have. And they need to know that you understand them. So the secret is that you need to have a user-friendly website. And I made lots of mistakes in my website life, I have to admit. The mistakes I made was that I started off with a £500 WordPress site, and then I realized that I didn't know how to update it because I didn't understand all the plugins. Then I thought, oh, I'll do a Wix website, but that was too simple, and then I couldn't create the courses I wanted for the clients that I was seeing. So that didn't work. And now I've got a system that allows me to create courses for clients and also for therapists and send invoices and everything all in one place. So it's really important to have a website advertising system, what I call, that effectively looks at the pain and the solution, but also has a booking calendar and that you run ads to it, which I ran Google ads. My mistake is what I didn't start off utilizing Google ads to target the high-paying clients. So when I say high-paying clients, I needed to know where exactly those people were, and I had to do the research for that and target them specifically. So that's why I got this client in, this doctor in Canada, or this child with a lisp somewhere in Manchester, or whatever. So it's knowing where the places to target. And so how it works is having the website, having a contact page, and this contact page here is that I've got a video that explains the pain points of the clients that I help and how I help them. Then I've got a booking calendar, and they book a session with me, and I give them 15 minutes of like a demo, finding out what their problem is and telling them how I can solve their problem. And then I send them an invoice. And in this situation, it was a 6-week block for 750. And I run ads to it. So I run ads to this contact page. So that's how that website advertising system works. So the tasks for you is to look at your website, do an audit, do a self-assessment. If you don't have a website, you don't have any clarity about it, then let us know. Contact us, because we do provide those services as well to attract your clients. And you need to have a booking system, you need to have a user-friendly booking system. So when they book a session, they get reminders to turn up at that time, and if they're in the UK and you're in the UK, then you can ring them up just to remind them, but they should get automatic reminders. And then identify ideal advertising platform. I chose Google Ads, but other people choose Facebook ads. So I want you to write in the chat here, how comfortable on from 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with managing websites and online booking systems? 1 being not comfortable at all, and 10 being, yeah, I'm a tech wizard. Write in the chat now how comfortable you feel about that. Just want to let you know that those that interact the most, actually, I forgot to say this, those that interact the most will be getting a prize at the end. So I hope that's an incentive for you. Okay, 5. Yeah, sort of average, yeah. So here are some top tips. Focus on clarity. Craft clear, concise messaging, highlighting your ideal client struggles and solutions that you offer. So think about your the words that you put on your page, on your website. It isn't, as I said, isn't about all your qualifications, isn't about you, it's about them, it's about your client. And think about the solutions, and then think about how you're going to showcase your expertise. Maybe have testimonials in there, maybe case studies, and blog content. Blog content's really important for search engine optimization, so that search engines can actually find you and that you're demonstrating your value. And then think about your flexible scheduling. You need to have a booking system where they can book you at times that you're available, basically, but also your client's convenience. Okay, so let's do this exercise. I want you to write down a few characteristics about your ideal client. Have a think about their demographics. So when I think about demographics, I'm thinking about their age, where they are in terms of location, whether they are parents of toddlers or whether they're parents of teenagers, and what the needs are, and where do they hang out? Do they hang out on Facebook, LinkedIn? What sort of publications do they read? So all that sort of information, if you could write that down. Do you know what they're like? Okay. High-paying clients, insurance-based clients. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you want to work with underserved communities, state, healthcare, insurance. Okay, so you need to think about how you're going to reach those communities. Maybe you might be forming a kind of like a different business structure within schools. So in this country, we have what are called CICs. So they're sort of half private, half they're non-profits basically. So you're looking into all that sort of things. All right, so the big lesson is the secret of getting more flexibility when you shift to online practice, and how online practice allows you greater control over your schedule and work-life balance. When I shifted to online therapy, it meant I could, dress the top half of my body and then still be in my pajamas and slippers for the rest of the time, and it allowed me to actually be able to get rid of all my toys. For a start, I was working with little kids. I didn't have to have toys anymore. I could have all the games online and just share them and have those incentives on my screen. So it saved on my storage as well. I was able to sell those toys and get a bit more money as well, buy a nice computer. So the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, as Eleanor Roosevelt, former First Lady of the United States, has said. So I'm now going to share a story about how I came to set up my own private practice and what it's meant for me and my family and my lifestyle. So as you know, I graduated in 1990 and I started practicing. And I moved to the Isle of Wight in 1999, worked in a specialist school for pupils with developmental language disorder, aged 8 to 17. And then I was invited to become the manager of that school. But it just didn't sit right with me because at the time I had a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. And I applied. I was very flattered and I was in the running to get that manager's job. But I pulled out because I had other plans. I wanted to spend time with my boys. I wanted, as I said to the head teacher at the time, I wanted to share a milkshake with my boys after school. So I transitioned to a side hustle. I did a part-time Saturday clinic. I did a research post for Music Start, training preschools. And then I went fully transitioned to private pay clients, locum contracts, and I set up my home-based clinic. And this, where I'm sitting now, is my home-based clinic. I had a little table there in the corner. And people used to, in 2013, they used to come to my clinic. Before that, I used to go to them. And it was great up to a point. But then I thought I can go online. When I saw this Italian guy, I thought I could go online. So I moved all my clients to online. And I continued to work with my clients up to 2015. And as I said, that Italian client changed everything for me. And it just made me think that if I was able to do that online for someone with such severe needs, just imagine what impact I could have on other people right around the world. So after this incredible experience, I decided to take all my clients, even the ones who are local. I said I wanted to see them online. And that was brilliant because then instead of the mum sort of dropping their child off, going off to Tesco's and doing some shopping for half an hour, coming back and picking up, and I would just spend 5 minutes explaining what I did before the next child came, I was able to actually see them in their kitchen. Mum was cooking dinner. The child was in the kitchen. I would do the therapy and mum would intervene at certain points. You'd actually see what I was doing with the child and was able to implement the practice there and then. And I soon realized that I could earn more in 2 days, my own private practice on my own terms with more autonomy and more freedom than in a whole week of working for someone else. And this was the start of my new chapter in my life, one of autonomy, freedom, and ultimate career satisfaction. And I would love for you to be able to have this experience on your journey. So the tasks I want you to think about is research a telehealth platform that works for you. Compare the features. I'm not going to give you advice on that because there's so many popular telehealth platforms out there. I use Zoom, but I have used other platforms as well. Identify time-saving tools. Explore those apps, those software tools that will just automate the tasks and improve your workflow. And schedule a tech exploration day. Schedule a day when you can have a look at all these different online tools and explore and experiment with them. And I love this phrase: to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe. Do you all believe? So I want to ask you this question on a scale of 1 to 10. How important is work-life balance for you in your ideal practice? Jot it down. How important is it for you? Okay, so here are some top tips while those messages come through. Here are some top tips. Consider using online tools and, have a way of tools like the client intake forms, progress tracking, and resource sharing. Okay, think about the telehealth platforms. What sort of built-in features do they have? How are you going to manage those appointments? How are you going to keep your notes secure? And, also think about scheduling times in a buffer sometimes so that you can go and have that's a great thing about being your own boss, is that you can schedule it so that you can have gaps in between clients and you can nip off and make yourself a cup of tea or whatever and come back. So but have a think about doing that so to avoid burnout and to ensure that you're giving like quality service. So I want you to write down now your next action points about making your dream a reality. Have a think about that. How are you going to make your dream a reality? Yeah, so if you're single and you don't have kids, yeah, you don't mind working a lot, that's great. And that's a good position to be in. But obviously, we all want flexibility as well. So your next step is to choose a name and register with the state. Okay, great. What are others saying? So let's recap. Today we've talked about our number one pricing strategy to boost your income. We've talked about my top tip for getting clients all over the world with my website booking system. And we've talked about the secret of getting more flexibility when you shift to online practice. So where could you be in 30 days if you implemented this? If you implemented the whole system, all those things that I've just told you, where would you be in 30 days? Write it down. Let me know. So you can take everything that I've shown you, I've shared with you, and you can go and do it. Okay. But the reality is that most people won't. Okay. But I want you to succeed. And so I hope that you want to hear a little bit more of how you can succeed. So if you want to build a thriving private practice, expand your income stream with courses, with digital products, achieve financial freedom you've always dreamed of. How many are in that position? How many of you would like to create a course or digital products and get an extra income from that? Because that's another income stream. Let me know in the chat. Okay. So let me show you all the steps then. Let's do this. So step number one, this is my BRAVE system. Okay, step number one, B, stands for busting through barriers. And the importance of this is that we need to overcome our fears, our self-doubt. It's crucial as therapists and coaches to confidently start our private practice. Yes, I know there are fears out there, but you need to overcome these in order to grow your business. And through our video training and live support, we address mindset issues, confidence issues, and help you shift from fear to belief in your abilities. And when you can really believe in yourself, and I know when I could believe that I could charge a lot more than my competitors, I believed in myself. I took action and I pursued those dreams with confidence. And that is what I want for you. Step number two is the R in the BRAVE system, is refining your business knowledge. Now, I know as a therapist and a coach, you have got a heart to want to serve. You want to give the best to your clients. You've got a real heart for that. But did they teach us business in schools? No. Did they teach us that at university? No. Even when you go on business courses, and I've been on specific business courses, you just get overwhelmed and you just feel like you're so alone. So it's important to have those business concepts. It's vital for running a successful therapy and coaching business. You need to think about the legal requirements. You need to think about how you manage your finances. You need to think about the branding, how you make yourself visible out there. And if you lack that formal business background, it's difficult to do all those things, but they are so important. And when you have got improved business knowledge, you're better equipped at managing your practice and make it more profitable. Okay, so you have a strong foundation for growth. The step 3 is achieving expertise and attracting clients. It's attracting clients. It's establishing that niche. It's about knowing who the people you want to serve, so you can build on that thriving practice. So you need to be able to identify your niche. You need to be able to brand it so that when they come to your website, they know exactly who you're talking to and you're talking to them. Okay, you want to convert them from just a visitor to actually being a client, and you want to be able to stand out. So you really need to be able to clarify your expertise and have those ways of attracting your clients and show that authority in your field. Step 4 is the V. It's valuing marketing, but it's also visibility, I would say. And, you know, I think sometimes as therapists, we're just so modest, aren't we? Oh, yes, I help people get over their stammer or whatever it is that you actually specifically do. But you do need to be able to shout that from the rooftops and actually tell people who are struggling what you can do and how you can help them, so they can book a call with you and then you convert them on the call. And so when you've got the right resources, the client onboarding kits, the social media content, the branding, that makes your marketing a lot easier, streamlines your marketing. And it's important to have that. I know we're not marketers, but if you're in business, you're going to have to be a marketer so that you can foster those long-term relationships and also build your business. Step 5 is expanding and achieving financial stability. Now, you need to have your business grow and you need to have other revenue streams. I've got other revenue streams such as affiliate income. I've got courses that I run, and obviously different packages, as well as the consultancy fees. You know, there are other different revenue streams that come into my business that gives me that long-term practice success. And so you need to think about what additional income streams can you bring into your business, such as developing courses. And, you know, we offer financial planning resources to help support in your financial goals, you know, in retirement or whatever you're planning to do. And by having those revenue goals, you're achieving that financial stability. And if you are earning more, you are able to have more of an impact on others. Now, I want to put this out here because I know that there are some people thinking, are you just talking about money? But actually, money is not a bad thing, really, because when you actually get the money, then you are able to impact and give to other people who are less fortunate. And so, you know, I hope that inspires you as well. So this is my Brave system, as I said, the 5 steps that I've outlined already. And within Maven Business Haven, if you're feeling stuck on online therapy, coaching, or your consultancy business, we're here to help. We're here to break down those mindset barriers, sharpen those business skills, and guide you to attracting clients, marketing yourself effectively, and thinking about creating income streams with digital products or courses. We're a community of women entrepreneurs. We're here to support you each step of the way. We give you support in terms of tech, and just celebrating whenever you are, you know, you've done something of success. So that's what I wanted to let you know about inside Maven. So module 1 is busting through the barriers, the mindset stuff. Module 2 is refining the business knowledge and all those business essentials, the legal stuff. Module 3 is the niche and branding, just making sure that you are attracting your ideal client. But module 4 is the valuing the marketing, the visibility, attracting those clients and expanding. Module 5 is expanding and reaching that financial stability with different income streams. And I've added on an extra module, which is tech, because I've come across so many therapists and coaches who are afraid of tech. Now, I used to be like that. In fact, I quite love tech now. And you know, last week I created a sales page in 1 hour and 40 minutes on my own. And that included the words as well as the images. And so we're here to support you to get over that tech phobia and to build that business you desire. So each of those modules is worth $250. That's a value of $1,500. Then inside, as you know, that I've been a therapist for over 30 years, so I've created an online filing cabinet, and inside there, it's like a spreadsheet, but basically I've categorized according to what kind of disorder or disability a person has. So whether it's a language delay, a language disorder, a stammer, or a stroke patient, or whatever it is. So under those categories, there are different resources that you could use online, and which I have developed in my online practice, and then I put them in there. So like, for instance, when I was working with this carpentry guy and we're working on interview skills, I've got like a script, I suppose, a interview script that I worked on with him, and I've put that into the resources. So, and there's also some examples of online sessions that I've done with clients who have given me permission to share those online sessions. We have 2 live tech calls each month, which is worth $297. We've got virtual co-working implementation live calls. This is where you can ask questions, but it's also where we work together to get things done. Because being an entrepreneur and working online is quite a lonely job, really. You know, we are on our own, and it's nice to you know, connect with other like-minded therapists and coaches who are on the same journey as you. And we have an online community of like-minded besties. We hope to be your you know, your bestie in terms of helping you along the ways. You're going to have ups and downs on that entrepreneurial journey, and we're here to support you. Plus, I have some bonuses to make it a no-brainer. I've got a client onboarding kit, which includes like welcome letters, payment arrangement forms, client invoice samples, goals worksheets, how to hold me accountable document, case history forms, confidentiality agreements, and things like that. So much more inside that client onboarding kit. We've also got the legal documents. Now, I don't know how many of you know, but I'm married to a lawyer, and my middle son is also a lawyer, but that doesn't mean that I know everything about law. I actually find it a bit of a bore. But anyway, I have put together these templates. So in order to save you time, when you go and speak to a lawyer, you can say, well, I've got this client agreement. Can you just have a look at it and see what you think? And according to that jurisdiction, wherever you are in the world, you can take it to a lawyer and they can just change it, and that saves time and hopefully save you some legal fees as well. And we've got bonus 3, which is the course creation planner. And all these are all sort of like tools that you would use when you are thinking about creating a course online. We've also got done for you content posts, actually 90 altogether, which are Canva templates that you can use on Facebook and Instagram. You can edit them, carousel posts them, all sorts, so that it just makes it easier, and you can put your branding on them and make them look beautiful, make them yours. And then we've got 11 brand board templates. Again, you can choose the color that you're going to have for your brand We've got some pictures in there, we've got some logos, and you can choose which one is appropriate, and those are editable as well. We've also got a Facebook cover template. So when you are putting yourself out there on your Facebook profile or your Facebook page, you can put like a banner at the top that entices your ideal clients to find you. We've got a branding workshop and a workbook inside the as bonus 7. So let me just break it all down for you, okay? Because we recognize that there are therapists and coaches that are different and they have different needs. So we have 2 options. We have the Teletherapy Thrive Toolkit. And it's inside there, you've got the Brave system plus the tech tool module. You've got the no print digital resources for speech therapists. You've got the website copy template, which is basically a template that shows you what to put, what words to write in different sections and different pages of your website. And then you've got the branding worksheets for your business. So that the total value of that is $1,891. But today you're getting it for $497 today. And then we've also got a different package, which is called the Platinum Success Package. You get everything that you found in the previous package, which was the foundation level. But you also get those other extra bonuses, which I shared with you here. You've got the course creation planner and the evergreen webinar training video, the client onboarding kit, the done for you social media posts, the brand board templates, the legal document templates, the cover, the Facebook cover templates, the 2 tech calls each month, the 1 live implementation call each month. That's to kind of keep you accountable, to make sure that you get things done and you've got people that you can talk things through if you've got any ideas as well. And then you've got the online community of besties. If you were to add all that up together, that's 3,314. And today you're getting it for $997 or 12 payments of $97. So the link is in the chat. It's going to drop in the chat soon. So let me just share with you that if you upgrade to the 997 package, the Platinum Success Package, you get 12 months of experience within Maven Business Haven. You get everything in the foundation course that I said, plus you get those live calls you get with me and my team. You can ask questions, you get that expert guidance on those monthly calls. You also get the content library, all those resources, all those tools and templates, and case studies. You get the done for you resources that save you time. You've got the thriving community, and also as a bonus at the end, towards the end of the 12 months, you'll get entry into Maven Business Haven Club at the founders rate of $27 a month, because when this launch is finished, it will be going up to $47 a month if if you leave it till then, till the after the 16th. So that's $997 today, or 12 payments of $97. The Brave system is inside the Platinum. It's also inside the foundation, the 497, but you don't get the membership inside the 497. You only get the membership and the live content. The live content, the live calls with me and my tech call, the tech calls, the accountability calls, which are all live, which are Zoom calls. You only get that in the 997 Platinum Success Package. So you have 2 choices to really succeed when you're starting your own therapy and coaching business. You've got the foundation package at 497, but that is like do it yourself. That is like a standalone, and you get the Brave system in there. You get the no print digital resources, but you don't get any of the live content. Or you get the Platinum Success Package, where you do get the live content. You got lifetime access for both. So if you bought this course on my website, if you went to my website, you will see that actually the foundation package is $597. So you're actually saving yourself $100. And the platinum package is $1497 as a one-time payment, or $149 over 12 months. So you could leave it till the 16th, and after the 16th it will revert back to this, or you could save yourself £500 and get the platinum. So that's what the two prices are. And if you go to mavenbusinesshaven.com/offer-TTS, the link is in the chat. You should be able to get it. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you some of my past clients. Hannah, who went to Saudi Arabia, and she wanted to start her online practice there. And when she did the course, she said, definitely help me. I know where to start, where I'm headed, whereas before it was a complete minefield. I've developed my own understanding of how flexible this can be and how much scope there is. And Valentina, who trained in Italy, worked in the UK, is now living somewhere else. Can't remember where she's living now. Said that I really liked the course and it was very useful for getting organized, because I wanted to do teletherapy and I didn't know where to start. Now I know, and I've already started, and she's done amazing with her videos and things like that. Now Lucy, I've covered her face up because Lucy was transitioning from her kind of paid job to online, and she didn't want her employers, if they are out there, to see her face. But she said the nice thing that I've learned is that the confidence from belonging to a group, having similar goals, similar aims, and in similar conditions, it's given me a really nice boost knowing that I'm not alone. And Karen is a coach in Canada, and she said it's a safe place to be in. Bev has helped me with figuring out 3 things: my market, my message, and my magic. Inside Maven, I was able to pick and choose the training and resources that were best for me. Thank you, Bev. So as a reminder here, you've got the foundation package, which is the $497 without the live support. And then you've got the platinum success, which is $997. And I want to put this into perspective for you, because as a therapist who is reaching more kind of high-paying clients, I know that if I was to do this 997 course, I know that I only need 2 clients. Within 2 months, I would get 2 clients and I would have paid off that course. So that's what sort of impact this course can have on you. And Sonia, who is a life coach in Israel, she's very transparent and very vulnerable. She shared that I felt frustrated and I was crying in my car because I didn't know how to make this work. I love that you are offering us a community and I don't need to do this alone. Okay, Lita's saying that she doesn't see any, you don't see any chat messages in the chat. Okay, I will find the chat messages and see if Bless can put it in there. Okay, is it in there? Has anyone got the chat? Okay, so what I want to say to you is that we, no, let me just shut this down, sorry. One of the things I want you to know is that you can have an impact on people. Okay, you really can have an impact by your earning potential. And so if you are thinking of creating a course or having an online business, just imagine the wider impact you can have on other people. I really want you to think about that, because this has had my earning potential has allowed me to think, now I want to serve others in less fortunate places. So Sarah is a widow from Uganda, and I made contact with her, and she has overcome huge struggles, and she understands the challenges that the children that she serves have. They are orphans, and she set up this orphanage. It started off really small, but now she supports over 30 children, really making a difference. These are orphans due to AIDS or the HIV virus. So I think that you really need to think about this, the wider impact you could have on people, because if you're earning more, then you can actually give more to those that are less fortunate. And so 10% of my course sales will be going to Sweet Sarah's Kids Foundation in Uganda. Okay, are you still struggling to get the link? I know some of you said you don't see the link yet. Okay, we're working on that in the back office. If Bless wants to take the link, if you want to put the link in WhatsApp, Bless, I will copy and paste it over here. Okay, so if you become a platinum member in the next 24 hours, you will get 3 bonuses. So the 3 bonuses, let me just get the link for you. I apologize. There we go. To see if you've got it. Have you got it yet? There it is. Can you see the link? Hopefully you can see the link in the chat there. So the 3 bonuses are the live stream with confidence journal. And inside these pages, you'll find prompts that boost your confidence, help you plan killer content, and keep you on track. And they're like your creative psychics. Now, you might have seen me go live every single week. I go live every single week. And I have to admit, initially I hated it, but now I love it because I get to meet some really interesting people that tell me their stories. But also I'm there in different, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm having an impact, making myself visible, because I want to reach more therapists and coaches who are amazing at what they do, but they need help with their business. And so that's why I created that journal. The other special bonus, is the passion and monetization bonus. And this is because, let's face it, we need to have a daily habit. We need to, if we have a habit and we have certain things that we have to achieve, action points, reflections, then we're going to have that disciplined approach, and we're going to turn that passion into a viable income source. And our third bonus is the video sales planner. So when I showed you on my contact page, I've got a video of myself talking about the pains and the problems that my clients have and how I sort it out. Well, this video sales planner, helps you put together how to craft a message and how to record that video, making sure that the message that you're getting across on video resonates with your audience and compels them to act, compels them to book a session with you. So that's a really useful video sales planner. So now I know this is an important decision for you, so I wanted to create some extra special bonuses for you as a special thank you for taking action, investing in yourself and your dream. And even whether you go for the foundation package or the success platinum, this is for you. So if you act in the next 24 hours, whichever you buy, whichever package, you will get the pricing calendar calculator. And we did a little bit of a calculation at the beginning. Do you remember when I said, how many weeks do I want to work and how many days do I want to work? All that sort of thing. Now, You could do that manually, like we did manually, or you could do it in a spreadsheet. And you can see here that I've put a different amount. Like, how much do you want to earn? 130,000 a year. Well, how do I do that? What would my hourly rate be? How many weeks do I want to work? And this calculates it all for you. It's also got a calculator for courses. So if you say, oh, I want to earn 20,000 in courses for that year, how many courses do I need to sell? How many students do I need? How many do I, if it costs such a, like 297 or 597 or whatever, how many courses would I need to sell in order to reach that target? So it's a really, really useful pricing calculator, an earnings calculator. Now, if you enroll with the Platinum Success Package and you pay in full today, in the next 24 hours, you will receive a free 30-minute website review with me. I've limited this to 25 spots. And if you don't have a website, that's not a problem. We'll talk you through what you need to put in your website and help you plan it to get you started. So that's a really, really valuable resource there for the next 24 hours. So let's just to remind you, I'll put it in the chat, but you can all see that the offer, if you go to mavenbusinesshaven.com/offer-TTS, you'll be able to access it there. So I would like you to think about your life 5 years from now. What do you want for yourself? What do you want your life to look like and feel like? Love to know. Write it in your book or write it in the chat. What does it look like? We've got some really lovely ideas that I saw earlier on. The impact that you want to have in people's lives in the next 5 years. Okay, so just as I mentioned that this launch is open for the next 7 days, and then the price will increase and you won't get these bonuses. So those are the 3 bonuses that are in here for the next 7 days. And then there's some fast action bonuses as well. So I did promise you that those that stayed until the end will get the extra gifts that I wanted to give to you: the vision board, the contact sheet template, and the workbook. And so all you need to do is to send an email to bev@mavenbusinesshaven.com, and the secret words are my future vision. So 3 words, my future vision. Put that in an email and Bless will sort you out. Okay, so just a reminder here, foundation package is $497 and the platinum package is $997, or you can have a payment plan for 12 payments of $97. Save yourself $500 today on the website price. So if you have any questions, I'm hoping that they were put in the chat. So I've got a question here that says, I'd love to work with fluency clients. Could never quite see how to do that. Well, I have actually worked with fluency clients online. So depending on whether you want to see adults or children, there is very little difference between what you do offline and what you do online. Okay, the only difference you will be seeing in them is the amount of practice. I actually feel that more implementation is done online. So when I've seen, I'm trying to think of a child that I saw recently. She was nearly 11. Her dad got in touch with me because she had a slight stammer, and she was about to go to secondary school, and they wanted to sort it out before she goes to secondary school. And you know, because we did the practice and she did the practice and she sent me the videos, she actually made so much progress. It was amazing. So within, we got it sorted out within 7 weeks. Her dad wanted an extra week, so he paid for the extra week. But it really did work. So I really believe that it can work for you. In terms of the licensing fees, I cannot comment on the licensing fees because I'm not US based, but you do need to research that and talk about which, you know, because I don't have any licensing fees. And in the if you come to Portugal, for instance, I don't think there are any licensing fees, but you do have to go and seek legal advice. I can't comment on that because I'm not a legal expert in that country. I'm not even a legal expert in this country. I'd still have to see a legal person. Okay, I think those are all the questions. The Brave system is in both packages, the foundation level and the premium level, but the platinum has the live components. If you're looking for that support, then it's there. Okay, so hopefully you have answered any questions. If there are any questions, let me know. And the offer is in the link. And if you have any further questions about Maven Business Haven, whether it's right for you or not, please reach out, send me a DM or something. I'm happy to help you. Send me an email at bev@mavenbusinesshaven.com. Happy to help you in that. Okay, and that are the two offers. So we have the fast action bonus. Remember the website to review the pricing calculator is available for the next 24 hours. The website review is only for the full pay, and there are only 25 spots. Okay, so as this is going out to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, obviously a lot of people will be watching this. So I'm just saying that I don't know who's going to be signing up in the next 24 hours, but just be aware that there are only 25 places. Okay, so I can't see any more questions, but if you have any, please reach out. And there you are. That's a special rate for you to save 500 on the premium level. So thank you very much for coming. And the gift for the most interactive guest today goes to Lita. Lita White, you get the gift. You get the therapist planner, which is a planner I created for myself, really, because I wanted to have everything all in one place. And you get that. All you have to do, Lita, is to send an email to bev@mavenbusinesshaven.com and just write the word planner, and Bless will get you that planner out to you. So thank you so much for everyone who has come today. It's been lovely to see you all, and I can't wait to see you inside the Platinum and Maven Business Haven. So thanks a lot. Take care. Bye for now.